Welcome everybody to a very different video. I don't make many of these videos because it's not really my forte, but this is going to be a comparison and setup of a new microphone. I am really, really excited. After a lot of research, Rode Procaster. I'm really excited about this. So I decided to go for a dynamic microphone because I've got a very tight space in here. And if you've ever watched my streams and some of my videos, you can see I've got kitties. And sometimes the kitties do stuff back there. Sometimes they do stuff here, like right over here. And I would like to make sure that when you hear my voice, or when my viewers hear my voice, they're not getting the clickety-clack of, say, for example, my Corsair with MX Cherry Reds, or my cats if they're doing something over here, or back there, or behind me, or wherever. So really, I just want my viewers to hear my voice and whatever game I'm playing. So that's what this video is going to be about. I'm going to be transitioning from my HyperX Cloud 2s, which have done me very well in that I'm not really using them as Kingston wanted them to. My HyperX Cloud 2s are plugged into a 4-pole adapter so that I can plug the headset and mic into my GoXLR and use it there. That's why you can hear my voice in such beautiful, dulcet tones. I'm hoping and fairly confident that I can get this sucker set up to sound even better. So bear with me as I journey through setting this up and its various accessories, and we'll do some testing after I get it set up. Be right back. Hey everybody, Future Ahab here. While you're watching the speedy clip of me putting together the Procaster and the Rode arm, and of course the two curious kitties in the background, I wanted to go over a couple of things that are coming up after this clip. I do some testing with my HyperX Cloud 2s, which at the point of testing I had dialed in to where my viewers gave me a lot of positive feedback on how the microphone sounded through the GoXLR. The first clip of the Rode Procaster is completely un-EQ'd, meaning I didn't touch any of the levels, with one caveat, and that is where I didn't touch bass, mid, and treble, I did configure the microphone gain, the noise gate, as well as the compression to make sure that the microphone could work without me speaking in weird tones and weird levels, basically so I could speak normally. Finally, the last clip will be a clip that I have recorded more recently with what I consider to be quite a polished Rode Procaster with regards to the bass, mid, and trebles and some de-essing. And I think, and a lot of my viewers think, that the Procaster has added quite a level of quality to the microphone and sound in general on all of my content. I hope you enjoy. Thanks very much for watching. And if you want more, please give a like and subscribe. Okay, so what I have for you is a passage that I used when I was testing various products about a year ago, maybe a little bit less than a year ago. Maybe it was at the beginning of 2020. I don't actually remember. Time is just going so weirdly right now. But anyway, so this is a passage I used to test the Kingston HyperX 2s plugged directly into the sound card on my main board, plugged into the USB DAC that comes with them, and then both of those through Voicemeeter Banana for testing. And I'm going to link, there's a link in the description below to that video just to hear all the testing I did with that. And actually, the feedback on that was the Voicemeeter Banana sounded the best out of them all. The problem I had with that, and I didn't make a follow-up because it really was just easily fixable by getting rid of it, which was Voicemeeter Banana errored out for me. Something about it didn't work 100% of the time, and I had to get rid of quite a bit of footage that I'd recorded and that I couldn't re-record. And so for that matter, I just said, you know what, Voicemeeter Banana for me is not a product that I want to use. Granted, it was free.
or at least I was using the free version, and I didn't want to put time and effort into it because I knew in the future I wanted to get something like this. So let's go with this test. This is the line I read back then. Indonesia has over 130 active volcanoes, the most of any nation. They make up the axis of the Indonesian island arc system produced by northeastward subduction of the Indo-Australian plate. A majority of these volcanoes lie along Indonesia's two largest islands, Java and Sumatra. So it's kind of a unique little bit that I'm reading there because there's a lot of different consonants and a lot of different vowels. And I think it really tests the quality of a microphone. So that's the test with the Cloud 2s going through the GoXLR. And now let's do the test through the Procaster.
Okay, so I've had to play with the noise gate on this a good bit to make sure, and also the mic gain settings, which is the base level setting in the XLR, to make sure that you all can actually hear me on some level without having to toy too much with it over here on the XLR. So this is un-EQ'd Procaster. Indonesia has over 130 active volcanoes, the most of any nation. They make up the axis of the Indonesian island arc system produced by northeastward subduction of the Indo-Australian plate. A majority of these volcanoes lie along Indonesia's two largest islands, Java and Sumatra. And here we are now with a fully polished, or at least as far as I'm going to polish, Rode Procaster through my GoXLR Mini with the same passage. Indonesia has over 130 active volcanoes, the most of any nation. They make up the axis of the Indonesian island arc system produced by northeastward subduction of the Indo-Australian plate. A majority of these volcanoes lie along Indonesia's two largest islands, Java and Sumatra. So, if anything, that this drive of mine to improve my mic audio has taught me between the last video and this video is that improving audio of any sort, let alone your mic audio, is a journey. And it takes patience to get it to a point where it's great and where people expect it to be if you are trying to stream at a high level or create high level content or do anything with high level audio sound. The biggest recommendations I could say is take time figuring out your budget. And thankfully, all the equipment I have here, yes, it's expensive, but at the same time, considering what it is and what it does, it's not expensive. But take time figuring out what your budget is, but also make sure you formulate that budget within the confines of what goals you have. It's okay not to be, a streamer like Harris Heller from Alpha Gaming or Ninja or any of the other top streamers. It's okay to just stream and have fun with your friends. You don't necessarily need the setup that I have here or that other streamers have to do that. You can even be a top streamer and not need the stuff that I have. It's all really about the content. Now, in my opinion, audio helps, but if your content's enjoyable, people aren't really going to complain about the sound. Also remember what works for others might not work necessarily for you. Or along the same lines, what works for you might not work for others. As with anything in computers and hardware, some things work for people really well, and those same things don't work well for other people. For example, you might not have an environment where a high-quality microphone would be good because it picks up too much background noise, although that's what a dynamic microphone is for. You might not be able to use an XLR microphone because sometimes XLR cables can pick up interference. I don't necessarily think that should be an issue in this day and age, but you never know. So there's that to remember. Once you do decide on the hardware that you're going to work with, take your time with it. Set it up right. There's some folks who just have an ear for things and can EQ very quickly or have experience EQing everything and can get it set up quite quickly. Most of us who don't deal with audio equipment on a regular basis will need to take time. And even then, some folks will be longer than others because it takes time to get all of this high quality stuff to sound
Right. And then the last thing I can say with regards to this little bit is the same microphone on the same computer with the same EQ settings can sound differently in different pieces of software on the same computer. Hello, Oxford. Always wanting to get in on the content, aren't you? Sorry, guys. So in the realm of headset alone, plugged into your main board on the back of a computer or another sound card for that matter, versus the same headset and microphone plugged into the GoXLR versus the GoXLR and a quality microphone via XLR like the Procaster. The headset and microphone plugged into your computer is fine. For the vast majority of people who might come across this video, it's going to be fine for you for gaming, for recording, even for streaming. You don't need to make that leap into something like this. The one thing I will say, and I'm going to reiterate that in just a moment as well, is the GoXLR takes things to the next level no matter what you have, whether it's an XLR mic like the Procaster or it's a headset mic combination like the Cloud 2s that I had previously. Out of everything that I have hardware-wise, the GoXLR is the best piece of hardware that I've purchased, period. Hands down, no questions about it. So if you have a headset mic, and you don't want to go whole huge setup like this, but you want to take your sound to the next level, get a GoXLR. That being said, if you do want to take everything to the next level, if you want to make sure that your sound is top-notch, if your mic is top-notch, if you want the chance to possibly do voiceover work or other work to make yourself sound great, then the whole kit and caboodle where you have the GoXLR with an XLR mic, it really is the way to go. So, I guess, as I just said, and in summary, overarching everything that I've done over the previous video and this one, the only thing I can really strongly recommend for everybody out there would be the GoXLR. The GoXLR Mini or the full GoXLR, you can't go wrong buying those. A full microphone setup might not be for you, but I can tell just about everybody that a GoXLR would be for them if they're interested in taking their content creation to the next level, whether it's streaming, YouTube, or what have you. So that about wraps this up. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. I try to get to comments quite quickly, and I apologize. I do need to take a moment to do a bit of self-promotion here. Thankfully, I've kept it to the end of the video, right? Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw here, please leave a like on the video and subscribe. For more game content, like Grand Theft Auto 5 RP, roleplay, Factorio, or War Thunder, for example. I stream every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday on Twitch. _Ahab is my handle there. Sometimes I throw in some extra stream days if my schedule allows it. But again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you on a stream in the future. Take care. Bye-bye.